Time to have a little fun in the kitchen. Food creative entrepreneur and now new mommy Gabriella Sangiorgio is back to join us in the kitchen to share one of her favorite lockdown sweet treat recipes. Some vegan chocolate chip cookies. They look phenomenal. They are made with no refined sugar and can be made gluten-free to boot. This is a recipe that you can make with the kids, incorporating bonding time in the kitchen. There is nothing better. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
So
nice
good to see
here.
you. New mom, congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous little thing.
Thanks,
We might do a bit of a reveal just now, so you might want to stick around for that. But I know when you're going to bring a sweet treat, it's going to be decadent, but it's going to have healthy options and additives. You're looking amazing post baby as well, which is proofs in the pudding right here. So what are you going to be creating for us?
So the nice thing with this cookie, especially when you're making it with the kids, for example, is it's so chuck everything in a bowl. And my recipes, I always try and do it like that. So the way also, you can easily make this gluten-free flour. I quite like to use a stone ground flour, which is you can get from any store, or just normal regular cake flour, whatever you prefer. So we've got that over here.
What would the difference be? Would you know?
So just with stone ground flour, it's just more like no processing of nonsense in it. I mean, it's still flour. It's still gluten.
It's hipster.
It's totally hipster. We'll take it. I am. It's like a creative flour. And so we've got our raising agent here. You can use bicarb or baking powder. I just find bicarb just makes it easier to rise. We have got then our coconut sugar. So this is what I use instead of refined sugar. You can also use refined free cane sugar as well if you'd like to.
The coconut sugar has a wonderful flavor profile.
And it caramelizes really beautiful in the cookie, so it kind of has that oozingness out of it. And then we're going to give this a little bit of a stir. And then all we've got now, and I'm throwing this half on myself.
Trust me, if my 3-year-old boy was involved here, trust me, you would have it in your hair right now. But it becomes the most wonderful bonding experience. Every time Linza's had a milestone, we've cooked something for her for Mother's Day and for birthday. And we've had so many of these celebrations during lockdown. And the joy for a 3-year-old to be able to see the outcome of what they've put their work into. It is amazing. It's how you teach a child and a grown-up
Oh, no, definitely. I can't wait to bake with Gaia. And so basically all we have to do is just make sure all the flours and the sugars combined, so you can see it looks all nice there. And now I've got some almond milk, obviously making this dairy. You can also use oat milk or soya milk. I just quite like how the almond has that nutty flavour.
It has a nice taste, and they've really come leaps and bounds with the quality of these kind of stand-in milks, and well, on every front. I think if you are going gluten-free, if you're going vegan, if you're making these kind of lifestyle choices, there are so many options available to you now that they weren't open, even as like a year ago. So
no, so many options now, and essentially with this cookie, so it's going to be a little bit messy now, which is also totally fun. I mean, the kids love it being messy because that's more of an excuse to lick their fingers.
100%,
But I mean, all I'm going to do is make a nice dough. If you have time at home, it's also great for you to put this in the fridge because it kind of makes it a little bit harder, or even just let it sit for 10 minutes, and I find that it actually goes a little bit more easier to roll.
But I mean, so just kind of let it prove in a way, let it do its thing. Cool.
And I sometimes just stick it in the fridge if I have time at home. But yeah, so also now it's a little bit sticky. So instead of rolling it with my hands, just to make my life a little bit easier, is I'm just going to actually dollop some onto our baking tray. So a lined baking tray. And I usually make it about 25 grams a cookie. So at home, I'll weigh it out, just so you know that they're all the same size. So just for interest's sake, we'll just do...
And the problem is here is if you're going to use your hands, you end up getting more on your fingers and trying to get...
And licking it, to be fair. And then you've eaten half the batter.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you could mix it into some vegan ice cream and you ate for away. You've got a new flavour profile.
Exactly.
And what I like about this is you can go as big and robust
as big as you want to,
as possible. I've had a lovely message coming through from Claudia Blessy, who had this to say: it's so important to spend time with the little ones, engage with them, find out what's happening in their little minds, ask them questions about their day. Sometimes we work and get so tired to even ask, not knowing if our kids are in a good headspace. They are little beings with very complex thoughts. I can't wait for you to get to know Gaia as she kind of learns and develops. But aren't you blown away by that look that they give you, even now at her age?
Sometimes they just look into your soul, hey? Just deep into your soul.
Let's see.
Yes.
Sharon, Mama Bear, number 1 is there. Look at the size of that.
Thank you, Mom.
Welcome to the nation, Gaia. Look at that gorgeous little thing. Oh, she is beautiful.
Thank you.
She is so tiny.
She's so little. We just got her out of her prem baby clothes.
Oh,
and
man.
she's 12 weeks tomorrow.
You guys have done good.
Thank
You
you.
guys have done so well. She looks beautiful. She's a happy little bubba.
Thank you.
And she is loving her time on camera, which, you know, she's clearly a chip off the old block.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
your love of cooking with a healthy spin. We absolutely adore that. Enjoy all of the one-on-one time you're going to get with
Thank
this little
you.
bubba as she grows into a beautiful young woman
Thank you.
as well.
And all you need to know is you throw them in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes and
Boom.
voila.
And then you enjoy
And they're done.
your reward. So if you missed anything, you can find the recipe available on our website. Just go to expressoshow.com. But until tomorrow morning, bright and early, we'll see you then. Mwah.
Check
Nothing
out the
but love.
Play Cafe, guys.